Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to give a journal entry update on what's been going on with me. Um, it's been a pretty rough summer for me. I managed to pour almost 2 cans of Voodoo Ranger Juice Force Belgian ale, I think Belgian ale, in this 20 ounce McDonald's coffee cup. I drank 4 ounces out of the can, the last can to fit it in here. It's a pretty good IPA, hazy, fruity IPA. The Voodoo Ranger Juice Force Belgian, I think it's a Belgian ale, the version of it. I don't really like the fruit punch or the juice, the other whatever it is called, but it's a good drink. Gets the job done. And I got more in my cooler for later. I bought 2 cheap ribeye steaks and some Mexican rolls and aroma tomato, a bag of pre-shredded iceberg lettuce, avocado, and I have um, I think they're called, what are they called? Brown or small portobello mushrooms at home. I have half an onion, I have green onions, and I'm probably going to make steak sandwiches with everything I have. Mexican style steak sandwiches. And I also bought a small bag of Lay's classic potato chips as a side. So I bought 2 rolls. So I'll make 2 sandwiches. And I'll drink the rest of the beer I have. But yeah, it's been a rough summer. Oh, most importantly, I have this omeprazole for my esophagus because it's all burnt up from all the crap I've been doing. I've lost half of my life savings just like that. I quit my job. I've gained an insane amount of weight. It's been a rough summer. And I'm me, which already has a being me, there's a list of problems already on my plate. So on top of all the problems I already have, I lost half of my savings, life savings. I quit my job and I've become more obese. And it's been just a hot, unbearable summer. To be honest with you, excuse me, to be perfectly honest with you, I think quitting my job was the best decision I've made in a long time. Because I don't know what I was trying to prove by doing whatever I was doing at this job. really don't. I've held that job that I had last year for a year. 1 year, which was a major life accomplishment for me. And then I left. And I said I want to get another job. And I put myself in a situation where I was uncomfortable, and I was trying to prove that I could do it. I was out of my comfort zone. And I lasted 3 or 4 months at this job. Everything was going fine. Sadly, it was the most money I've ever made in my life, which isn't a lot. Everything was fine. Everyone was okay. My boss was really nice and cool. But after I lost that large amount of money, and then I started eating more and I started drinking again because I got stressed out from the job as well. And after I gained all this weight and I lost all that money, I realized that this was a bad thing I'm doing. This trying to be this working man, trying to be normal when I'm not. Sure, I could have pulled it off for another year. But where did that get me last year? Look where I am now. I'm this bloated sack of crap, still drinking a lot. I wouldn't really say depressed, because if I was depressed, I wouldn't be in my car. I wouldn't have brushed my teeth this morning. I wouldn't have done anything. I wouldn't have taken care of my cat. So I don't want to use that term too loosely. Most of all, I'm stuck in a rut. But I think what I did by quitting that job, it was a good move. Because things are going to change in my life. From now on. Now that I'm not trying to be put on the the image of, or trying to be this the working man. Things are going to be better now. I could be free. The only problem is the money situation, which I could work on. I'm not completely stupid. I'll have to do what I have to do to make money, but I give up on trying to prove that I can hold a job. Who am I proving that I could hold a job to? How have I progressed in life for the past 1 year and 4 months, 5 months, 6 months? How better have I become? I'm trying to prove to family members and neighbors and you or whoever that I could hold a job and be normal and be a working man. But nobody in my family calls me or talks to me because I avoid everybody. And my neighbors don't buy me steaks and rolls and lettuce to make steak sandwiches like I just did. They don't feed me. I barely see them. Or people in general don't take care of me. I take care of myself. Who do I have to prove that I'm a working man? I need to start thinking about myself. So whatever I've been trying to do for the past year and 4, 5, or 6 months, I've already proved that I could hold a job, and it's just not getting me anywhere. I don't like being fat. look what I've done to my body. I feel bad that I quit my job, that I lost so much money. But after all the stuff I've been through in my life, I don't care. I really don't. I think my main goal from now on is to try to live a little more and not try to prove things to people that don't exist in my life. I think I'm going to try to start living for myself with whatever money I could scrape by. Keep in mind, I never blame other people for my problems. I guess that's a positive thing or a positive side effect of having low to no self-esteem, but I would never blame other people for my problems. And I never will. Working for the time I've worked a job, yes, it made me uncomfortable, but I've learned about things and people. I've studied people in my jobs, and it was a good learning experience, life experience, so it's not all a loss. It was okay, but it just causes me so much stress and anxiety to try to hold a job. But look, I've did it for so long. I'm done. Who am I proving it to? Invisible people? That I could hold a service job? I'm done. If I didn't lose all that money and I didn't gain all this weight, I probably would have held that job that I had recently longer. But I was just so ashamed of putting on my uniform and going to work every day, even though it doesn't revolve around me, the job. But I'm just ashamed. I'm embarrassed about having this big old belly and tucking in my shirt. And I know why I did this to myself. Obviously, I did it subconsciously or consciously because I knew that my belly would be the first thing people look at when they look at me at work, opposed to down here. So I know why I did this to myself. I kept eating and I started drinking again, and I would eat so much. And I didn't stop. I didn't even want to eat. But I knew when I saw people, when I initiate a conversation or someone initiates a conversation with me, the first thing they do is they look at my belly, and I realized it's it's just like you I did it on purpose. Self-sabotage. Sorry, I got a little buzz. I haven't eaten today. I probably rotted my brain from all the alcohol I drank. Anyways. Yeah, so I think I've been planning this in my mind subconsciously for a long time. To stop this trying to prove that I could work. And I did the binge eating. And I'm only human. Though jobs stress me out, and I reacted by binging on alcohol and eating, and I let it happen subconsciously just by letting my belly get bigger because I realized it's the first thing they stare at. So it's just all a big mixture. A distraction. My belly binging and eating served as a distraction from what I'm truly insecure about, which is down here. The problem with my pants, tucking in my pants. And so I guess it served as a distraction in my mind. So I subconsciously continued gaining weight, and where I am now, look where I am. I'm 217, 200, maybe 18 pounds. I feel terrible.
So I'm sitting in.
I want to make a change. I want to live. I'm really running out of time at this point. It's been a rough time. And I know you don't believe me, but after today, I'm going to try to back off the alcohol. I'm not going to try to be Mr. Sober, but I'm going to try to back off because when I travel, I want to have a good time. So I don't want to back off alcohol completely. Unless I get popped today, then that'll be a different story. I'll be in a program and telling my stories to different people. You know what I mean? But I think I'll be okay, and I'll try to back off the alcohol today and continue my walking endlessly in the forests and make a little change and set up my treadmill and the whole 9 yards. Why do I care what people think? Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but the main ingredient on my Mexican style steak sandwich is mayonnaise. I have a big old jar of mayonnaise at the house, and that's one of the main ingredients. But I don't know why I care what people think. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to make me a gourmet Mexican style steak sandwich. They're not. I have to make it for myself. That's why I quit my job. Oh my God. That is so weird. Yeah. I'm not gonna take my own life either. I'm not. That would be I would never even consider that. I look down on people that do that. Big time. You could judge me for that opinion. One of my celebrities that I actually liked, Anthony Bourdain, even though he probably would have made fun of me in real life, I respected him, and I enjoyed his book, Kitchen Confidential. I don't read much books, but I read that when I was younger, and I enjoyed his writing. I'm not a very intelligent person, but his writing spoke to me. I enjoyed his personality and his shows on CNN, I think. And he committed suicide. I lost all my respect for him. Yeah, I think he was 60 years old. It's lame. So I'd never consider that. It's not in my DNA or my playbook. Hopefully, when I lose weight again, and I'm speeding on my scooter, the time will come and I'll go naturally, like a true scooter rider. But I'm not going to do it myself. It's not my choice. going to continue on tomorrow with my life. Carrying this weight. This bag of cat litter. I'll try to continue on and make small changes. I know all the things I have to do. The biggest one being not buying beers tomorrow. Beers or alcohol. And going to the trail and try to make some money on my own somehow without being part of a major organization, company. I'll get by. But the first step is going to be not buying beer or alcohol. Anyways, it's going to be a little rough, but I'm not going to quit completely, but I'm going to cut down. And I'm not depressed. I'll never use that word lightly again. I'll never let it suck me into that hole. And I'll lose weight slowly over time. Anyways, thank you so much, and Thomas. Excuse me.